Zoom doesn't have to be just like every other Zoom. I mean, your Zoom doesn't have to be like every other Zoom. Hey everyone, David Paskin here, your Torah tech guy. How's it going? I'm here to share with you some great tech for your great Torah or whatever content you're sharing. I wanted to go back in time. I did a video a little while ago about how to customize your Zoom experience for your participants. And I want to share with you, hi mom, and I want to share with you 2 specific things that you can do right now to up your Zoom game, to make it a more pleasant experience for your participants, and to also be able to share really good and meaningful information with them. So let's head over to the computer and take a look. I am in my Zoom settings. I went to zoom.us, and then on the left-hand side here, you can see I've got profile, meetings, webinars, yada, yada, yada. All the way at the bottom, I've got settings. So I'm going to click on settings there. And that's going to take me into my Zoom settings. Now, there are lots of different settings here. We don't need to go through them. The list goes on and on and on. Right at the top, you see waiting room. You should have your waiting room enabled for this first hack. It's not really a hack, but you should have your waiting room enabled. Once you enable it, you'll see down below you have waiting room options. So first of all, everyone will go into the waiting room. Users invited during the meeting by the host or co-host will bypass the waiting room, and people in the waiting room are sorted alphabetically. You can edit all of those options. If you click on the edit button, you can change that here. But just below that, it says customize waiting room. And if you click on that, you have 3 options. First of all, you can put in a title. Welcome, I'm excited to meet with you, or whatever you want your title to be. Shabbat Shalom if you're leading a Shabbat morning service. And you can change this on the fly. You can choose then for people in your waiting to see the default screen. Don't do that. A logo and description, maybe do that. Your temple logo, your personal logo, or a video. That's what I do with mine. So you can take a look at my video right here. When people join my Zoom meeting, this is what they see. They get a hi there, and then I actually give them 2 or 3 tips? 2 tips to how to have the best experience in a Zoom meeting. Use headphones or earbuds, and how to position your camera. And telling them, I'll be right there. Hang tight. There is audio that goes along with this. I wonder if you'll be able to hear it. Let's give it a try. Oh, it stopped playing. Now I have to do it again. Hold on a second. Do we have any audio here? No, we're not here. Oh, maybe in the on the back end you don't hear it. If I were to actually open a meeting, you would hear it. That audio, by the way, is not turned on by default in Zoom. People have to actually click on the button. It's muted by default. But you can create a video just like this, or maybe a video with flyers for upcoming events, or information about what's going to be happening in our class today, or things to bring to the class to get ready, or whatever it is. Questions to think about. How about that? Questions to think about based on what the rabbi or the cantor or the teacher will be speaking about that day. I create these videos usually in Canva or Keynote. We're going to hop over to Canva in a moment for the second little hack, but it's really, really simple, but it makes such a big difference. I cannot begin to tell you how many times people who've joined a meeting of mine say, how'd you get that video in there? It's so small and it makes such a big difference. So you choose a video, you create your video, and then you upload it right here. If you didn't have a video here, it would invite you to upload a video. A couple of things to bear in mind. You have to make sure that your video is an MP4, an MOV, or an M4V file. Pretty much anytime you download a movie file from Keynote or PowerPoint or Canva, any of those, they will all be MOV or MP4 files, so don't have to worry about that. And you just want to make sure that it's not too huge, right? Just a short little video. All right, so that's the first hack. The second hack is a little harder to find. You actually have to dig for it a little bit. So on the left-hand side here, so I've got, here's my settings that we were just in. On the left-hand side, you've got a section that says admin. I know you can't really see that very well. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can make that a little better for you. Is that better? Yeah, that's a little better. Oh, it's not perfect, but you can kind of see it. So you've got the little admin thing here. And if you go down to account management and then account settings. So I clicked on under admin. This is not under the regular settings tab. This is under admin, account management, account settings. If you click on that, you're going to get another page that looks very much like the first page. But this one is for, I don't know how to describe it. It's Zoom writ large for your domain. Now, I don't have a domain. I'm just a pro user. But I still have access to this, as do all of us who have a pro account or higher. So you could see here, I've got the same customized waiting room. I could do it from here also if I wanted to. But if I scroll down, you can quickly scroll down just by clicking on In Meeting Basic or In Meeting Advanced, or you can just scroll down to the page. I'm going to go ahead and click on In Meeting Advanced and see where that lands me. Beautiful. All right. So these are all the different settings that you have. And if you keep going down in Meeting Advanced, you get to virtual background. Now, you all know how I feel about virtual backgrounds. I do not like virtual backgrounds. But underneath virtual backgrounds is video filters. Now, video filters also can be a little dangerous because you've got the little animal filters that you can put on, and it can be a little distracting. But you can upload 3 custom filters. And those custom filters could be the logo of your temple. You could place it on your screen. It could be a lower third with your name. It could be anything at all. So we're going to go ahead and create one right now, and then we're going to upload it. So I'm going to actually, let's see if I can, we're going to delete this filter, and we're going to go create a new one. All right, so let's head on over to Canva. Now, the easiest way for me to do this is to create a 1920 by 1080 blank sheet of paper. And you can do that just by using, I believe, whiteboards, actually. Let's see. Or you know what? Better than that, let's do presentations. All right, so we're going to do a new presentation because those are by default the right size. Presentation, we're going to do, I just want a blank presentation. How do I get a blank one? Let's type in blank presentation. Again, I'm doing this over in Canva. Oh, it's not giving me a blank presentation. Let's see here. I just want a blank presentation. I think because I was searching in templates, I think that's the problem. I did not mean to do that. Presentation, here it is. Okay, so I've got a blank presentation. Presentation by default is 16 by 9. That's the aspect ratio. And it's 1920 by 1080. That's basically a 1080p. That's a video size. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's create a little lower third here. So actually we'll put a couple things on here. So I'm going to start by grabbing a bar. I don't like that color. Let's change that color. Let's make it maybe like a blue. We'll spread this out here like this. Lower it, and we'll make it a little smaller. All right, so we've got that. And now let's do another one. But this time we'll make it maybe a lighter blue, something like that. And we'll make it even smaller. I'm just kind of making this up on the fly, so you can do whatever feels right for you. Let's do it like this. Not sure I like that, but that's okay. We're going to go with it for now. You know what? Actually, I'm going to move these up. No, let's just keep it like this. All right. Now let's add some text. So we'll say, Rabbi Plony Ben Plony. All right, so that's your rabbi's name. Since that's going to be over the dark blue, we're going to make that a white text, and let's make it a little bigger. Try 36, and then we'll just drag that down here. Okay. Now what I could do if I wanted to is we could add some more text. Here's a quick little hack, by the way. If you just hold down the Option key and click and drag over on any object, it will automatically duplicate it. So let's do that. And we'll just say this is going to be Temple Zumagog. That's a little too big. So, you know, I'm actually going to switch these around, I think. So I think we're going to take this and this. We're going to move it up. And we'll do that right there. All right. You get the idea. So I've got my little lower third here. It's a little too long, I think. All right. And now I've placed it about where I'm going to want it on the screen. I'm going to actually move it over here a little bit. Right. So let's say I want it right there. In fact, you know what I might do? I'm definitely at the point of being obsessive. Let's do this. Let's make this a little smaller. And let's change this color to, let's change it to white. Now you won't be able to see it, but take my word for it, it's there. We'll go like this. And we'll put it behind. Send to back. Okay. I'm not quite sure what that'll look like. Let me change the background color so we can see. No, I do not like that. I want it to be bigger. I think that's the problem. It's kind of going for something like this, some sort of effect like that. Not sure that makes any sense, but that's all right. Okay, so now I've got my little lower third there. And I'm going to change my background color again to white. Now, here's the key. You want to download this with a transparent background. You don't want any of this white to show up because you're going to lay this over on top of your video in Zoom. So I'm going to go to Share, Download. I want to download it as a PNG. PNG is the only option that will allow you to do transparent backgrounds. As soon as I click PNG, I get the option to click Transparent Background. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to download. Now this is going to save to my desktop. Beautiful. Now let's head back over to Zoom, to my settings here. It says Manage 2 Custom Filters. I'm going to upload what I just created, which is called Rabbi Ploni Ben Ploni. And now it shows me exactly what it's going to look like. I can move it around. I could size it. Let's do it like this. Make it a little bigger. See how that looks. All right. Now it's asking me in mobile, where do I want it? So I'm going to do it down here. Now you can see already, by the way, that this isn't ideal because it's going to be much smaller on mobile than it would on desktop, but that's okay. All right, so you can name your filter, Rabbi Ploni Ben Ploni. There it is. Bada bing, bada boom, save. All right, so I now have that in here. So now let me show you how to actually get this going. Let's open up Zoom, and we'll hop into a meeting. So we're going to start a new meeting. And let me get a camera on here. We'll use this guy. Is he going to turn on? Hello? Not sure that camera's working right now. All right, so we'll just do the FaceTime camera. There we go. Okay. So now you can see let me get rid of all this other stuff. So now you can see I've got Zoom open. I'm in a meeting. Make that a little bigger for you. Now, to add this video filter, you're going to go down to where it says Stop Video. Don't press that. But the little caret next to it, click on that, and it says Choose Video Virtual Background or Choose Video Filter. So I'm going to click on Choose Video Filter. And you can see that there are some that Zoom gave us, but look right here. That looks a lot like the one that I just made. In fact, it has the name Rabbi Ploni Ben Ploni. So if I click on that, and now I get out of this, I've got a custom lower third. So if I'm the rabbi, right, I can have one for me. You could have, if your cantor also is joining, if you have multiple people joining on your Zoom, here you've got a cut with no extra software. You've got a custom lower third. Let's add. Let me also add my little bug there. So there you go. So now I've got my little Torah Tech Guy bug up there, which is another video filter I created. You could create a video filter if we wanted to. We could go back into Canva. Let's go back into Canva, and let's also put our temple logo up in the top right there. What should our temple logo be? I have no idea what any of these are. Here we go. Let's choose this one. Okay, let's say that's our temple logo. Right, so we put this up here in the top right. Again, we're just going to share, download, PNG, transparent, bada bing, bada boom. Back over in Zoom, you can only have 3, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this guy so I can upload this new one. Choose files. I didn't get fancy with my naming. It's just Plony Bin Plony 1. So we'll do that. And again, I can size it however I want. I can move this down, size it however I want. So the double, now see what happened here? On mobile, the having 2 is not really going to work. You'd want to put your logo down in the bottom right corner probably. And save. So now if I go back into my Zoom meeting, let's see if it shows up right away. Click on video filters. Yep, there it is. So I've got that one and the first one. Let's turn on the second one. There you go. I've got my lower third and my temple logo right on the same page. Not bad, right? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So you can customize Zoom so that your participants have a really, really beautiful experience. Start with that video in your waiting room. Customize it. You can change it every week if you want. Just keep uploading a new video with new flyers, things that are going on, quotes of the day, lessons, any of that stuff. And you can create lower thirds so that when obviously your congregants know who you are, but if you're putting this out on YouTube or Facebook, you want everyone to know who you are and how they can find your Torah and your teachings. So 2 quick little hacks to customize Zoom for you and your community. Hey, if you're looking for some more hacks, some more ideas, I want to invite you to come visit me over at TorahTechGuy.com. I've got lots of information there, lots of opportunities to learn together. And if you need help, by all means, schedule a short shmooze with me. I'm very, very, very happy to help you. If you also, hey, if any of you use Stream Deck, I'm going to be teaching a Stream Deck lab, leading a Stream Deck lab as a part of After Hours with the OfficeHours.global community. So if you want to deep dive into Stream Deck, definitely hit me up and I'll tell you all about that. So that's what I got for you today, my friends. Let's customize Zoom and really make it unique to each of us as we're sharing our Torah. Have a lovely day. Bye. Oh, it didn't find my video file. That's funny. I pressed a button. It's supposed to go to my outro, but it didn't. See, now I have to go in and I have to find it. I did something weird, and here it comes. Bye.